It's a sporty station wagon from the 1950s, the Chevrolet Nomad. And Richard West Lowe of Norfolk, Connecticut has owned a 1955 model for more than 20 years. He's customized it extensively, relying on his background as a furniture maker. But the Nomad wasn't his first choice.
I'm a professional woodworker by trade, and I assumed I was looking for a woody. But the search for woodies proved that they are scarce and expensive. And in that search, I came across this car. It was drivable. It was running. As I said, the chap that I bought it from was drag racing it. He had a fire-breathing engine in it and a stump-pulling transmission, and you stood behind it and your eyes watered when it was running. It was really quite a beast.
While Chevy used the Nomad name over many years, up until 1981, it's the two-door Tri-5 models from the mid-50s that are memorable and beloved.
I guess because there weren't very many made. They only made them for 3 years, 55, 6, and 7, in the two-door format. The Nomad name hung on, but it was a four-door by 58. And they only made about 6,000 of them a year, sometimes less depending on which year.
Restoration of the Nomad was done in spurts over the years, but it has only been reliably on the road for less than 2 years.
The body was more or less okay. It was a little ripply, and there was rust in the floors and all the usual places and around the spare tire wheel well. I figured, being a woodworker, hey, I'm good with my hands, I can manage this, and got into it over my head in no time and went and found professional help.
What separates Lowe's Nomad from all others is its Southwest-themed interior.
Being a furniture maker, I wanted to make a furniture-esque statement, which evolved into making an interior that was an environment. And I had this giant collection of driftwood that I'd collected in the Grand Canyon. I've had the good fortune to kayak the length of the canyon a number of times, and couldn't help but bringing home some fascinating pieces of driftwood. So you see those on the doors.
Driftwood serves as armrests and accents, while the door panels have a Navajo rug flavor. The console and other parts are also made of wood.
The wood is actually African mahogany because the color goes great with the color of the car, and because I have a stash of it upstairs in my shop.
The exterior of Lowe's Nomad draws spectators, but it's the interior that makes them marvel at the nearly 70-year-old car.
I get great reactions. The gearhead chaps are less intrigued. They want to know what's under the hood, and when it's a small block 350, they wander off. But it's kind of fun, and I didn't expect it, but the gals are particularly fascinated by the interior. Guys too, but it's great fun to have a gaggle of ladies come by at a car show and spend 20 minutes trying to understand what I did and why. And
that's Ride Connecticut. I'm Bud Wilkinson, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Ride Connecticut's YouTube channel.